So here's how you can stay private and unblock content in the UK under the new age verification law, which is the Online Safety Act, which now mandates age verification, face scanning, credit cards, and your actual ID in order for you to access things like some posts on X or artwork that you might see on Reddit, even subreddits that have nothing to do with explicit content like Fantasy PL, as well as the Stop Smoking subreddit and a bunch of other subreddits that really have nothing to do with explicit content, so to say. This law is essentially transforming the way we interact with the internet from now on, of course, in the UK, and this might snowball into other countries like the States, Australia, and a few other European countries, as well as Canada. You will no longer be anonymous online. Your message that you send on Discord or Reddit or X, whether it's a post, it's a comment, it's a message, whatever it is all tracked, and the government will have a backdoor that gives them the information about you. And if you post something that the government doesn't like, then they will have that on record. So if you're having any opinions about specific political issues, or if you're sharing some kind of art, or you're looking for art, or whatever it is, you will now have to identify yourself. And even this is actually ridiculous. So a user can't even read about Roman triumphs without proving his age. So yeah, very dystopian stuff. And it's almost like, imagine you have to ID yourself, not just flashing your ID at the supermarket or the cafe or the library, but you have to give them a copy of your ID as well as a face scan and all kinds of information about you. That's not so good. And this is why VPN use has been skyrocketing, as you can tell here. According to Apple's rankings, Proton VPN, which leapfrogged ChatGPT at the top of the chart, reported a more than 1,400% increase in signups from UK-based users since new rules came into effect on Friday, and second place was taken by NordVPN. So already you have two very good VPNs that can be used to circumvent the age verification. Okay, so let me just demonstrate how this works. I'll be using ExpressVPN. By the way, Nord and Proton VPN, this is Nord and this is Proton, both of which are really good VPNs, and I would recommend them, but I personally like to use Express. Either way, I'll keep all the links in the description down below, including some discounts. If you end up getting any of them, you'll be able to save a little more money. So I'm just going to connect to the UK server just to show you guys how this works. So I'll connect to the UK here, just connect to any UK server just to simulate to you guys how this works. And I'll go to the Stop Smoking Reddit section. So I'm just gonna put it right here. So it seems like the Stop Smoking subreddit is actually available at this point. But if you take a look at other subreddits, you'll notice that it doesn't even have to be an adult subreddit, so to say. It can just be talking about beer, right? And you'll notice here that it forces me to have to verify my identification, and then it takes me to this Persona page here. And if you're familiar with Persona, Persona is the company that provides age verification services, and it's being used by platforms, as you can tell, like Reddit in the UK to comply with the UK's Online Safety Act. So obviously, I'm not going to give them my ID. So in this case, what I can do is simply get a VPN and simply connect to a location where you don't have to do that. Let's just go to the Netherlands and connect. And you'll see that once I'm connected, I'll refresh this subreddit and I won't be prompted to give my ID away. So let's just give it a quick refresh. And this is as simple as it gets. That's it. So if you're looking for a workaround around age verification and you don't want to give your ID away, this is how you do it. And this explains the huge soar in VPN use as soon as the Online Safety Act took effect on July 25th, 2025. Now, as far as which VPN to use, there's Express, there's Nord, there's Proton. There's also another VPN called Surfshark, which is a really good VPN. They all really have their benefits and pros and cons. I just prefer to go with Express because it's so simple and it's so easy to use and it's effective and it's quick and it does the job exactly the way I want it to be done without any extras. If you're looking for extras, NordVPN is the one to go for. You get stuff like threat protection, which is like a mini antivirus, and ad blocking and all kinds of things that you might find useful. And Proton VPN is the one VPN that is actually free, but obviously if you're using the free version of Proton VPN, you won't be enjoying the speeds because the full speeds and all the capabilities and servers are only available for paying customers. But what you do get with the free version is you don't get any data caps. So you can use the VPN for as long as you'd like. It's just that the free servers are very congested and you're not going to be having the smoothest experience, especially if you're streaming and such. But I don't want to ramble about the VPNs too much. I'll leave links to full reviews in the description, but let me just give you my quick recommendation. If you're looking for something that is incredibly easy to use, very quick, very reliable, super safe. All of these VPNs, by the way, will not collect your information. So they have a strict no logs policy and it is audited. So it's not just an empty claim that you have to take their word for. So that includes Express, Nord, Proton, and Surfshark. Again, I will go with Express if you're looking for something incredibly simple, very reliable, very secure, and super easy to use. If you're looking for more options and the biggest number of countries, go with NordVPN. It's got 164 countries, unlike Express's 100. And Proton has up to 125, I think. I'm not sure. And Surfshark has 100. So they all have at least 100 countries, which is enough for most of you guys. Now, Proton VPN is a great option if you're a gamer, because with Proton, not only do you have port forwarding, which is great if you're into peer-to-peer activities or torrenting and such, but you also have this option that turns your type 3 NAT type into a type 2, which is a moderate. So you can turn your NAT type from strict to moderate, which is way better for gaming in general. And I've never seen this option in any other VPN. And overall, it's just a very nice VPN. You get all the features that you expect from a premium VPN, and they just recently updated their user interface, and in my opinion it does look better than NordVPN as it works. I feel like the animations are just a little smoother here than with Nord. So if you're looking for another option that basically is the best budget option that you can get, like ever, hands down the best budget option, and you can share it around with as many people as you'd like or use it on as many devices as you'd like, go with Surfshark because it allows for an unlimited simultaneous connections, unlike NordVPN and Proton VPN's 10 device limit and Express's 8 simultaneous device limit. So that'll be it for this video. Hopefully you guys learned a thing or two. This is basically how you can avoid having to ID yourself over the internet. If you guys have any questions, please feel free to ask me in the comments and I'll be sure to answer you as soon as possible. And if you're interested in any of these VPNs, again, I'll leave some links in the description below, which will help you save a little more on your first subscription. Thanks so much for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.